Welcome back to another episode from our 1.20 adventure in the Trails and Tales update. In our last episode, we made this gorgeous Japanese-styled animal barn. We went adventuring inside a lush cave to collect more ores and especially iron, largely so that we could make an anvil and name our little parrot friend Sora. Now today, we are finally going to be working in this room, transforming it into our enchanting room and a cute little cozy library. So this means we need to be working to get bookshelves, which means collecting leather and sugarcane, and then finally, because we need levels to enchant our armor, we're going into the Nether to quartz collect. Now, before we go into the Nether, before we do anything too crazy, I've been breeding up quite a bit of cows. And before we can go into the Nether, we're going to collect a bunch of leather from these guys. So let's see how much we can collect. Also, guys, I'm sorry in advance. Close your eyes, children. Don't watch this. I'm sorry, cows. I am desperate. Well, I just broke my axe, which means there's only one thing left to do. I sorry. Thank you. Let me just get rid of all this evidence. Okay, with 26 leather and 50 meat, I'll be good on food for a bit, which is great. I also was just tapping a few cows, so we do have 30 and 58, which is great. All right, so we have a bunch of sugarcane, so we're just going to convert this into paper, into bookshelves, 30 bucks. Let's see what we can get out of this. So we'll take our jungle planks and use those. Bookshelves, we get 10, which is pretty good. Upstairs here, I think because this side has the most room, this is gonna be where we put the enchanting table set up and make that side of things on the other side of our little upstairs area. I think I wanna put like a little library seating nook. I think that would be really cool. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning for splitting this place up as. So guys, let's get into transforming this room into a cozy enchanting room and library. Okay, so now with our floor done, I wanted to come in here with the bamboo trapdoors and add them to these sides right here so that it feels more like the balcony is a little bit more sectioned off and kind of separated from the rest of the building. And then there's just a little nook back here, which I think is kind of fun and cozy too. And our bookshelves would come around here. I'm curious if I can just set up the bookshelves kind of like this, or if I'll have to cut in. So this is kind of what I'm thinking for the enchanting setup, and then we can have the grindstone, a little barrel, and some other things here that we can just keep supplies for our enchanting setup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually grab our bookshelves. And another thing I realized, guys, I only have 3 diamonds, and since I need obsidian, I need to use this first to make a diamond pickaxe, and this is the first diamond pick of this world, which is super exciting. But we need to go mine some obsidian because otherwise I can't even make the enchanting table, so priorities. For now though, it's gonna stay up in our inventory here, and I'm gonna use these bookshelves to lay them out where they're supposed to go, and then we'll see from there where we need to place them once we actually get the enchanting table all set up. And then we do need to have a space in between, so I'm gonna go like this with the books, something a little bit like this, like that, and then we'll place them here and move the torch and place it like this, and we'll put our torch back. So we're gonna start with this. I need 5 more bookshelves to round this out, but for now, that's our start. Now for the living room side of things, I'm deciding between different palettes of what I want our little living room to be. So what I'm going to do is kind of lay out these different stairs as what our couches would be like, and then we kind of get to decide what shape we want it to be. So this is a great way to trial and error. And I mean, against this wall, our couch basically blends in. So the bamboo stairs are a no-go. So then we'll just try something different. We'll see if we like the mangrove better, which I feel like I'm gonna like the most just because the walls are bamboo, the floors are dark oak. So I think mangrove is going to be our winner. But you know, I will always stay a little open-minded. Let's lay down our dark oak just to decide. But I feel like since it will blend in with the floors, this will definitely be the one to go with. We're using mangrove because that's the aesthetic that I have so far and I'm rolling with it. Now for over here, I'm also going to fill in this wall section as well, same on the other side. So I am going to fill this in totally like that so that both of these are matching. And on this side, I'm just actually going to use the trap doors to kind of just hide things away for us. And we'll maybe just leave the top free because then we can at least see it, but the side is a little bit more blended in. Now the other thing that was bothering me is we have the walls as our bamboo planks, and this wall is also a bamboo plank. However, we have these 3 blocks as part of our roof. So what we're going to do is actually use the trap doors to kind of just disguise it, and it kind of just stays in line with this layer of trapdoors as well. And it gives a little bit of the colored accent, which pulls this in really nicely. So we're just going to grab some more of these blocks so that we can make more of the trapdoors, except I'm once again running low on bamboo, which is just another reason and reminder that I really need to make a bamboo farm. And the last 2 trapdoors to fill this in, and I think this looks really good like this. The next important thing is coziness, particles, and the cute little vibes of vines, some azaleas so we can plant some little flowered pots upstairs, and we also need some carpet to make it cozy. And we've got these 2 blueberries lit up as well, and I think this is looking good. So far, I really like it. Now I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna take some of the steaks that we've been cooking up from all of our little cow slicing we had to do for our bookshelves. But it is time to go breed up some more of our cows and get more leather. So let's go do that real quickly. Hi cows, how are you? I'm going to breed you up again and then kill you again, and I'm very sorry. This is how you upgrade in Minecraft, okay? And then we just kill more of you, which I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. It's for the bookshelves. It's for the advancement of our base area. Surely you can understand this. And with 15 more leather, I think we'll have enough for all 15 bookshelves. And now we're gonna see about some more bookshelves. We'll make books, and then we should be able to make exactly 5 more bookshelves. Oh my gosh, we have the perfect number. Okay, let's set this up. We'll have some of this hidden. It'll be fine. We'll move the pot, put that there, and yeah, we'll see how this works. Now it's time to firstly sleep because it's nighttime. And then we're gonna go looking for some obsidian and then go find some more diamonds so we can make an enchanting table. Now, eventually I wanna have a nether portal over in this area, and I did happen to see while I was looking around here that there is a lava pool over in this area. So we're going to do the very cringy thing for all speedrunners and kind of get rid of some of this. So sorry to the speedrunners, I'm very sorry, but this is how I need my obsidian. Okay, and we have a 30 obsidian because not only did I want to make our enchanting table, I also wanted to have enough so that we could set up another portal and just be able to go right into the nether once we're ready to go quartz XP hunting. And now it's time to go back to our base area and make an enchanting table. Man, the beginnings of Minecraft are just so much fun. Like, I am excited and I just got obsidian. Like, that's not that exciting. But in the beginnings of Minecraft, everything's a little bit more exciting and new and fresh. So I really love starting a new series because of that exact reason. Let's see, we also need a diamond. So I think we're gonna go back into that mine shaft and go mine up one of those diamond patches so that we can have a diamond, because I realized I do need that to make the enchanting table. So for now, we'll leave our obsidian in here and we're gonna go back down into our lush cave area and that mine shaft to get those diamonds. Oh my gosh, look at the axolotls. Okay. I'm definitely grabbing ourselves an axolotl while we're down here, and we're adding them into that heart-shaped pond we have. Hello, guys. Yay, we got the advancement! The cutest predator. Can't argue with that, can we? And now this little axolotl is gonna be my little safety comfort blanket as we go back into the mine shafts. Hopefully there's no creepers in there, but you know, with my luck, who really knows? All right. So, we get our 1 diamond. Let's just mine out around these guys real quick. Watching the right side of my screen. Okay, I have 3 diamonds, so we're good. We can go back up to the surface. And we still got our little friend to keep us safe, our little security blanket pet. And you know the drill, guys. Since we have a yellow axolotl pet, I need a name for them. So let me know in the comments what we should name our new little friend here. Now, I thought about putting our little axolotl friend inside our pond, but I don't want to have them despawn in case that's a thing. So once you guys give me some name suggestions for our yellow axolotl and I name tag them, we'll put them in their lovely little axolotl pond and then they will be safe. Now we have obsidian and diamonds. It's time to visit our poor little cows again. I'm sorry. Now let's see if we have enough to make the books. Oh, 6 books. Okay, that's perfect. And here's the enchanting table. Yay! Okay, let's go put it in place. Now, as exciting as having an enchanting table is, it does also mean that we are just one project closer, one task closer to needing to go to the Nether, and I'm not too excited about that. But I am curious where our Nether spawn will be. In the comments below, let me know what your initial thought is, and then once we're actually there, let me know if you were right. Ta-da! We have our enchanting setup, and in shaders, here we go, our enchanting setup. And we need to bring our lapis up here, and then we're gonna check what we can get for our levels. But I will say, this looks pretty nice and cozy in here. I really like our little living room spot with our shelves, and I just think this is great. And let's see what we can get on the enchanting table. We are at level 30, so that's awesome. Well, we're at 25 levels right now, which does mean it is time for me to not procrastinate any longer and, go to the Nether. So let's go grab our flint and steel and our obsidian and go set up a portal. All right, now as far as where the Nether portal will be set up, I want to have it be on this little island right here. So if I go into free cam, it's going to have a bridge connecting from our main little island piece here all the way over to this section here, and I think it'll look really cool to have it just positioned right here. So I'm just gonna go and set it up. We're gonna get rid of all of these trees since we are going to be working on building up the portal in a future episode. I just want a clearing because, well, frankly, there's so many creepers and skeletons that hide in the bamboo forest, so I just want to be able to see around me a little bit easier. So on that note, let's go and clear out all these trees and set up this portal next. This area is cleared out. I'm gonna guess the biome that we end up in is probably gonna be crimson. I have no idea, but we'll see if I'm right, and we can see if you're right. Now, even though we're gonna make a portal much prettier, I'm actually gonna make a more like circular shape, which we're making the actual pretty nether portal in the next episode, so you'll get to see what I'm creating in that one. But for now, we're just gonna make the classic box one and leave it at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll do that. Then we do 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, I guess this is already more than it needs to be, but we'll call it good. And all right. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay, let's see where we end up. Where are we? Oh my gosh, I was right, and I'm very scared that I was right. Help. I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie. Okay, we're just gonna block this off. I didn't want crimson, but I feel like it's just so common for crimson to end up being what someone gets that I was just like, you know, we're probably gonna get this. Okay, let's look what we have, shall we? So it looks like we've got nothing but crimson in this direction all the way, and we've got basalt, and looks like there's some soul sand. More basalt, okay. Yep, soul sand, basalt, and crimson. Those are the biomes around us. I have to admit, it's not the best spawn, but you know, it's what we got, and we can make it safer over time and make it cozy, so it'll be fine. I hope so. Now, what I'm gonna do first is get a screenshot of where these quartz are. So if for some reason you wanna have the exact same crimson forest spawn as me, those are the cords. You can pause the video if you wanna keep those. But if you don't go where I am, because you end up here. So we're just gonna go over here. I'm curious if I can see anything else, like maybe find anything good. But I mean, there's the quartz right here, so I guess before we explore too much, like we came in here for quartz, right? So that is what we should be aiming for first. So let's get our XP in the form of quartz. And so we began mining up all of the quartz we could find along the way, except being in a crimson biome made it actually a lot harder than I realized, because most of the blocks are the crimson blocks, and most of the time you can find a lot more quartz in a nether waste, but I was literally just surrounded by crimson. But we finally found our little patches here and there, constantly looking for hoglins, but we made it work. After a while, we finally broke through our last iron pickaxe and had to resort to using our diamond one for the rest of our mining time. Okay, everyone, we located a fortress, and it's literally in a lava lake, but I'm gonna, you know, still screenshot this because it's good to know. So right now my coordinates are pointing towards this. We have to go north to get there, but I think we're gonna need to make friends with a strider in order to make that a little easier. But now I am curious if I can try to make it up somewhere so that I can see a little bit more clearly what this place is about. So let's try to go through here. Wow, that is a tall fortress. Yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, and warped. Oh, that's so good. I was wondering if I would ever see warped. Oh, that's good to know, except it's on the other side of the lava lake as well, so that's super fun. Well, we know where we have a fortress, which is good. I'm not gonna try to go there today, because that is not my main goal for today. My main goal is quartz. After we wrote down the quartz to that fortress so we could go back later on, we continue just mining up quartz, trying to get our levels up as high as we can without dying and running into some hoglins before we went back to the overworld. Once we hit 35 levels, we went a little bit further until we hit 36, and then we decided that this was probably enough, and then grabbed some crimson wood on our way back to our portal. Okay, I am going home so far. We've been safe this whole time, and I haven't had to deal with any of the bad dudes actually getting me, like, hurt. So I'm gonna take that as a win and go home with my 36 levels, do some enchanting before the hoglins get me. Ah, feels good to be back. Oh my goodness. But let's see what we can get with 36 levels. I'm really hoping we can get a good enchant for the pickaxe, because if we can get Fortune 3, we can go back and get the rest of those diamonds, and that would be amazing. So we've got our lapis. Okay, lapis and pickaxe. Unbreaking 3, please have Fortune 3 on it. Just Unbreaking 3. I wonder if I re-roll what I would get. We're gonna try. Efficiency 4? I like that. Oh, I'm just getting efficiency 4. Okay, we're gonna try our pickaxe one more time, okay? One more time for our pickaxe. We're gonna see if we get something better. Unbreaking 3 again. Please give me something more than just unbreaking. If it's unbreaking again, it's a sign, and we're just gonna leave it for now, and when we have a better XP source. Fortune 2. Okay, it's not Fortune 3, so I don't need to get super excited, but I was just getting efficiency 4, and I was just getting Unbreaking 3, so having those plus Fortune 2, I'll take. Next, we enchanted our leggings and our chest plate. Even though they weren't level 30 enchants, it was better than nothing. And then we enchanted our helmet. Beggars can't be choosers in the early game, okay, guys? I could wait. I could go back to the Nether, but my spawn in the Nether is scary as heck. So we're just gonna leave it for now. You know, I'll take Respiration 1 to start, Proc 1, Unbreaking 2, Unbreaking 2, and we don't have anything on here, so let's just see if cycling it helped Blast or Unbreaking. We'll just do Unbreaking. But for now, I will take what we can get. I am very happy with our pickaxe for now. Fortune 2 isn't exactly the best of the best, but you know, it's better than nothing, and I will gladly take it. Next, I want to work on something a little bit cozier, and it involves this guy. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to work on creating an axolotl pond for our little friend here. And I think it'll be a really nice little spot for them. Oh, it's night. But what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna use all of the blocks that we got in that lush cave over there, and we're gonna convert this into a really cozy spot for our little axolotl friend. And in the next episode, when you guys give me some name suggestions for our yellow axolotl, we'll put him in there with their little name tag. But I'm gonna sleep first before we get started on this. Okay, I've got some building blocks for our little pond here. We're gonna use mostly moss blocks to cover the bottom and the edges to make it all green, because right now it's just dirt on the edges and it doesn't look nice. And I guess we have to fix the water itself. And then I've got bone meal, which we're going to use to add more seagrass to the bottom of the floor, and then adding in some of the moss blocks along the edges will allow me to be able to place the small drip leaf and the big drip leaf. And then I'm gonna hide a spore blossom kind of under a block, like probably like kind of like this, just so that this has some particles as well in here. And then we're gonna add some blocks of amethyst into here to make it more magical, and some azalea leaves and glowberries. So now that you know what we're doing, let's get into it. All right, I need to grab more moss, so we're going into our lush cave, but I'm gonna first make us a little hoe so that we can pick it up a lot easier. So we're just grabbing 2, we've got sticks on us, so then we've got our little hoe. And I think I wanna pick up more amethyst blocks because I think that will look super pretty in there. And I'm bringing an extra bucket of water in case we find another axolotl. But you're probably thinking, Red, we've seen you in that lush cave a lot, and you're right. So I'm just gonna cut out most of that part and collect the resources off camera and meet you back here. Unless we find an axolotl, then obviously I'm gonna show you our new pet friend, and then you can give them a name too. Okay? I found a white axolotl, so we're taking this little friend with us, and then we're gonna collect our moss. Hi, friend. All right, guys, you know the drill. We have a yellow axolotl to name, and now a white axolotl to name. Then I saw a cave attached to the geode, so I went to go explore. And as I was exploring, I kept hearing a bunch of skeleton noises and I wasn't sure where they were coming from, so I started digging around, poking different holes, trying to find where these could be coming from because I was pretty sure I was hearing a skeleton spawner. So I kept digging different patches, and just as I was about to give up, I dug into one specific section, and as I got down further, I heard more and more skeletons and it kept getting louder, so I was pretty sure, and then sure enough, I found it. So then I very carefully examined the situation, dug around the outside of it, poked a little hole, and then ended up having the skeletons start shooting each other, so they ended up actually taking each other out, so I had way less to deal with on the inside, which was concerning for me, so it made it a whole lot easier. Once the skeletons finished taking each other out, I just had a few to take care of, and then we were able to go inside and check the chests. And the chests gave us a saddle, a golden apple, and some iron and some redstone. So I grabbed the screenshots so that we could come back to this later on for a future episode. Then it was back to the top to continue decorating our pond. Alright, the pond is done, and I just placed lily pads, the big drip leaf and small drip leaf around. We even placed some glowberries to light it up, and there's also some amethyst around on the ground, so I'll go into free cam so you can see a little bit better here. I'll back it up. But we've just got patches of amethyst kind of lining different areas. The ground is all seagrass now because I used bone meal, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's not like a crazy over-the-top decorated pond, but it's just a little something to make it look better, and I think this is great, and I think our axolotls are gonna love this. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is actually a surprise for you guys. We have a new skin for the series, and I'm super excited to show you guys, so let me go put that skin on and show you our skin for the series. Okay, and here is our skin, guys. We've got a little green kimono. We've got the cute little toes, all looking good. We've got the cute little shoes to match it, and I think it's super fun. The hair on the back, I think, looks so cool as well. We've just got a little chopstick in our hair and a little golden hair tie at the end of our braid. And then we've just got our golden belt that we're wearing. But this is the skin that we have for the series, and I know it does look a little bit different on my face. I wanted to have a refreshed skin since I've had that one for a very long time, so I hope that even though it does make me look a little bit different, you guys are excited for the upgraded skin that I commissioned and are excited that we have a little kimono to match our Japanese-inspired face area, and honestly, the shoes. The shoes are my fave. They're so cute. And I love how we kind of have these little like floral kind of glowberries on our skin as well. I think it's pretty great. And my offhand just looks so cute as well with the little flowers there. And I am very happy with this skin. So thank you to Banana Blocks on Twitter for making this skin commission for me. But since I don't want to die, we're putting our armor back on. So now this is what our skin looks like with our armor, and I still think it looks pretty good. You know, we still get our cute little arms, and I think it's great. Now the next thing I want to do is actually add in some of those Torii gates that you see over nearby shrines and different areas that are just a really nice Japanese gateway, and I want to place 3 in our area, 2 of them by our nether portal. So showing you where the nether portal ones are going to go, we're going to use the Torii gates as a kind of bridge entrance. So there's going to be a Torii gate on this side of the river, and you can see I've placed blocks on that side of the river as well. Now, showing you what I have on the other side, I'm thinking that the Torii gate will probably come like back to here. Our bridge will stop somewhere around here, and then we'll have our path kind of arch our way up and come from this angle, and this is actually going to be the direction which our portal's gonna be, because it's gonna be a big circle, so I wanna have this be the direction that it's coming from. So we're going to kind of pivot the portal position so that we're entering it from this way instead of from the direction we did set it up as. But once we have these two gates set up, I do think that I want to have the gates be red. Now, whether that's going to be on the nether side of it with a Torii gate or on this side of it, red in Japanese culture actually symbolizes protection against evil, and well, since we have our nether portal, it just seemed fitting. And I mean, having a bridge will also be nice, so I figured the Torii gates being incorporated into our bridge is going to be a really nice addition to this area and just, well, make travel a lot easier. The other Torii gate I want to set up is going to be in between our starter base and our animal barn. So I'm going to place a Torii gate here as well, because I think it'll just allow us to kind of have an entryway if we want to add another barn, some crop fields. Kind of having this be like the farmland district was kind of my thought for that. So these are the 3 places we're going to add those Torii gates. So let's get started. And all 3 of our Torii gates are done. I think this adds so much to our area. So this is kind of our entrance into the animal and farming area and district of our base. And I think this is just so cool. I love having these arches now. I think it fits so great. And you can see the 2 behind me for our nether portal, which putting the bridge in there is gonna make it look so good. Let me show you. So as we just come a little bit closer here is where our bridge is going to be in between these 2 Torii gates. And this is just gonna look so cool as a bridge. If I go into free cam, just picture a really cool looking bridge that just goes in between these 2. It's gonna look so cool when we're done. And then we'll have a nice little path leading up to our portal. But I think this just adds so much to our area. If I just zoom out, having these 3 little Torii gates just fits so well. I'm so happy I decided to add these. And now that you've seen all 3 of the Torii gates, that is actually all the time I have for today's episode. We did a lot today, guys. We decorated our little enchanting room, made a little living room space, and added in our enchanting table. We then went to the nether so that we were able to get enough XP so we could enchant our armor, and we were able to get an efficiency 4 on breaking 3 and fortune 2 pick, as well as locating a fortress while we were in the nether too. And once we came back to the overworld and had our stuff enchanted, we worked on creating this lovely little axolotl pond here. And I think it's gorgeous. I love the coziness. Swimming underneath the water even looks beautiful with the amethyst and the glowberries and lanterns on the edges. And we went back into the lush cave and found 2 little axolotl friends. So I definitely need you guys to give me some name suggestions for these 2. And while we were down in the caves, I was able to find a skelly spawner. So we get to do something fun with a skelly spawner in a later episode, and I cannot wait for that. Then it was time to show you guys the new skin that we're gonna have for the rest of the series, and I absolutely love this skin. And we ended by creating these lovely Torii gates. Thank you guys so much for joining for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. We packed a lot into an episode, and I hope you enjoyed our adventures. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you next time.